Good morning, 1 Million Cups. Come on, good morning. Good morning. All right, so I've got 9:05. I don't want to stop the networking, but we do want to be mindful and respectful of everybody's time, including our speaker. So good morning, I'm Michael Zaharias, one of the organizers here for 1 Million Cups. There are 8 of us total. I encourage you to get to know all of us because they're all great people putting this program together every week. Do we have anyone new to 1 Million Cups today? By show of hands, anybody new today? Excellent, welcome. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for being here. Just so you know quickly, 1 Million Cups is a program that comes from the Kauffman Foundation out of Kansas City. 1 Million Cups happens every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10 o'clock in approximately 100 cities from across the United States. So if you travel, look up the 1 Million Cups location in another area and check out that community. But this is put on by organizers every single week. So we meet here 9 to 10 o'clock. We bring in an individual to tell his or her story. Sometimes it's a startup, sometimes an existing business, maybe a success story. We're very honored to have what I would consider a success story here with us this morning. So with that, I would like to do a quick introduction for Dr. Charles Duva, who is the president and CEO of Duva-Sawko. They are based in Ormond Beach up on US 1. They provide emergency physician-owned and operated coding, billing, accounts receivable, and practice management company. Dr. Charles Duva and Dr. William Sawko launched the company in 1998 and today are an industry leader employing hundreds in our community. So with that, please help me welcome Dr. Charles Duva to the stage.
Thank you for inviting me today. I never thought I'd be speaking in a theater, but anyway. How many people here are over 40? Good God. I won't go down the rest of the age group. I won't go over 50 or 60. Anyway, the reason I asked that question is because this story started 40 years ago. I'm an MD. I was born and raised in Miami, moved up here, went to high school at Seabreeze. Moved here in 11th grade, so I'm a crab, and all I can say is go Crabs. And we just won the soccer tournament to the state. I think that's great stuff. I mean, that's part of what builds a culture within a community. But we'll talk a little bit about culture today, because to me, culture trumps everything else that we do in business. Everything. Anyway, so 40 years ago, I finished my family practice residency at Halifax, and I didn't want to do family practice. And I started working in an emergency department in DeLand. And when I went over there, all the doctors at Halifax said, "My God, what are you going over there for? That's like Redneckville. Nobody knows how to practice medicine over there." So, and there were some strange things going on. But anyway, that community, a lot of young folks came in, and we started an emergency room group there. And that's different than Duva-Sawko, but this is all part of the story, because I'm the CEO of Emergency Medicine Professionals, which staffs all the Adventist hospitals in Volusia and Flagler County. We also are in charge of the EMS system in Flagler County, and we also staff all the healthcare services at the Speedway. So we have a big footprint of providers, but that's, we're going to get to Duva-Sawko. So anyway, we started with that first hospital in 1976, and we now have 6 facilities plus the Speedway. Around 1990, the hospital came to us because we were independent contractors working for the hospital, and they said, "Well, we can't code and bill and collect enough money to pay you folks, so you're either going to work for free or you're going to outsource your own coding and billing." So what we did, we hired a consultant. We thought that would be a good idea because we really didn't know what we were doing. And we went out and hired that consultant to find us somebody to do our coding and billing. They did. And every 2 years, we were extremely disappointed by the people who promised us all these things. And we went ahead and we had to fire them. And so after the third time, we couldn't make payroll. People were so bad. And so I said to my partner, "Look, I'm on the phone all day trying to teach these billing companies how to bill, collect, code, and generate some revenues. And I said, I think we need to do this ourselves. And my partner went to the University of Pittsburgh undergraduate school and medical school, and in between those times, he was a programmer for the Department of Energy. He's a true geek. You walk into our office, he's got a pair of jeans, a t-shirt on, the lights off, and he's behind the computer writing code. Writes code all day long. That's all he does. So anyway, so he said, okay, we'll buy an off-the-shelf software program. We did. We went into business in 1998. In January of 98, 5 employees, 1,250 square feet. We were down at Waterside Plaza in South Daytona. And today, we're 280 employees, and we have 51,000 square feet. And we do about $1.8 billion. Okay? Not billion, billion. In billings. So, I'm one of those individuals that truly believes that we need to get back to our community. And we've had many, many offers all over the country to move our company there. We just, in October, bought, through another corporation, we bought both the Cornerstone buildings out on LPGA in Williamson, which is 89,000 square feet of office space. And Duva-Sawko just leased a little over 21,000. So now we're up to 51,000 square feet. So let's talk a little bit more about Duva-Sawko. Well, I'll stop there for a second. I want to talk about MPROS, the physician corporation. So that company has been in existence for 40 years. And we have over 100 providers. We're the largest independent physician group in this part of Florida. That includes physicians, physician assistants, mid-level. We also have, and one of the things I believe in is when you have employees, there's certain things you need to take care of or help them take care of. Healthcare and a financial future. All of our employees have 401ks. We give 5% of their income every year into 401k before they put anything in, and then we give all these other benefits. Our benefits are about 25% of our cost of our employees' employment, which is very high. Maybe it should be 15 to 18%. But I do the same thing for the physicians, because as you know, physicians are terrible business people. I've never worked with them. Attorneys too, by the way. They're not much better. A couple of them. But if there's any attorneys here, I'll talk to you about how to help them. Anyway, so what I do is to make sure that these companies and the employees are financially strong. First thing is to make sure they have a very, very competitive income. But I also show them how to save money. For example, when we bought these 2 buildings out on LPGA, I bought it personally. And then I let my partners buy into it, shares. So we're showing them how to develop wealth. And hopefully, when I stop doing this, they'll learn how to do it themselves. But anyway, so that's that one corporation. We also own a couple urgent cares. Same process. Those physicians were able to buy into that. Now, I could do all this myself, but I don't need to. This is part of giving back and making our community and the people that live here very strong and working within the community and staying within the community and bringing people into the community. I have so many physicians now that want to work in our corporations from all over the state and all over the country. I have too many people applying for jobs because it's a very unusual situation. So not only do they get a job, but we also show them how to develop wealth. And they don't have to do a whole lot because we have a team that helps them do that. Anyway, so we have MPROS. That's how we got into the Duva-Sawko business. And then we have urgent care. We have Twin Lakes. Maybe some of you folks have been out there. And then we've been into the commercial real estate business. We built those buildings originally out there in 2004, the second one in 2005. We sold them in 2007, and we bought them back for half the price in October of what we sold them for. We sold them for $17.5 million. Very nice game, but everybody got to share in that. But anyway, so that's the culture, I believe, that our companies want to maintain. And it's something that I've been trying to shed on the people that work in all these companies. Anyway, so let's talk about Duva-Sawko. Duva-Sawko does coding, medical billing, collections, and we help physicians manage their practices, but we don't charge them for this because we want the medical coding and billing. And so this is our 19th year. And in 19 years, we have never lost a client. Ever. Nobody's ever left us. So how do you do that? Service. You've got, first thing is you have to develop a culture within your company of the quality of work that produces results for your clients. When we started the company, I said to my partner, I said, look, I don't care if we make money, I don't want to lose money, but I want to be able to walk in a room like today with my colleagues or non-colleagues, and those people respect you for the quality of work in the company you created. And we've achieved that. And that's how you don't lose clients. The other way you don't lose clients is you make them a lot of money. So the way we approach it is this. Physicians that are, and we only do emergency medicine, we do some clinics, but our basic philosophy is that let us worry about the financial side of your operation. We'll help you develop a budget, because a lot of these folks don't even have budgets, they work out of their checkbooks. We develop cash flow analysis for them. And then we tell them, you folks know how to take care of patients, you know how to work with the medical staff, you know how to work with the administration, the emergency medical system, and how to work with the public, because we want to give patient-centered care. You folks that are taking care of patients should be taking care of the patients. The quality of direct patient care has deteriorated over the years, and so we believe that's what they ought to be doing, and we do the financial side. So with that, that's a good plan and approach, and that's one of the reasons we haven't lost a client, simply because they're doing what they know how to do. They don't know how to do what I do. And that's a good thing, because then they're dependent on me to provide them that service, and that's why we don't lose clients. We also give them lots of advice on negotiations of their contracts with the hospital, negotiation on their contracts with payers, which develops this long-term financial bond and a source of revenue for them. So anyway, Duva-Sawko now is 280 employees. Like we said, we have 30,000 square feet on the corner of Division in South Yonge Street, 298, and we have 21,000 feet out on LPGA that we're moving into the end of this year. Where are we going? Besides not losing a client in 19 years, this is our 20th year of business, we're growing at 20% a year. Anybody growing at 20% a year here? Attaboy. You know what happens after 5 years, don't you? You double. And that's the last 5 years. In the 15 years, the last 15 years, we've grown at 15.7%. And this year, we've already hit, by the first quarter, we'll hit our 20% growth this year already. Our biggest problem is staffing quality personnel, and making sure that we maintain the culture within our company and provide the services that all of our clients expect. Kind of stepping back a little bit, somebody might say, well, how did you fund this? We funded this corporation when we started with the physician group. We had 5 physicians who put in $25,000 apiece. So we didn't use any bank financing, but we didn't have to float a note. And within 3 months, they had their $25,000 back. Over the years, myself and Dr. Sawko ended up owning 90% of the company. And last March, we recapitalized the company. In other words, we sold part of it, and we still own 20% of it. We are under contract to continue to manage the company for at least 5 years. But we still have a lot of money in the picture. When we sold it, it was a ton of money. And so none of this happened easy. It took a long time. It took a lot of work. I have a lot of great people that work for me. And they all understand what our culture is. And that is excellence, doing the right thing in every corner that you come to, and client service, client retention. So where are we going? How can you manage 20% growth? Because, okay, so you have 1 million visits, and 20% next year, you got to get 200,000 visits. The year after that, you got to get 240,000, goes up and up and up. So what we did this year was I hired the head marketing person from McKesson. I don't know if anybody's familiar with McKesson, but it's, I don't know what the revenues are. They're like 160 billion a quarter, something like that. But anyway, we hired the head marketing person from McKesson. In the first of the year, we hired our first salesperson. And so you might ask, how did we get the business before that? Reputation. I never marketed, had a crummy looking website. Obviously, it's better. Since I hired the marketing fellow in June, he's done a great job. And so we are under the gun now, because even though I'm the CEO, I have people that are watching me, and they want to have that continued 20% growth, because the people that funded it are expecting this. All the investment bankers, and the private equity folks, and the people that put up the large amount of money that they gave me and my partner are continuing to expect this. So it's a little different scenario at this point. It's a little different mood. We have to meet our numbers every quarter. The good thing about it is that when we put the company up for sale, which was about a year and a half ago, and the reason we did is because obviously you can see I have a lot of gray hair, and you want to take some money off the table. But I didn't want to quit. And so here's something very interesting. When we put it up for sale, we sent out 190 pieces of material to people who buy companies like ours. We got 90 people asking for more information. And you send out a SIM. A SIM is a book about your company. The first piece of material that goes out is a single page document. But then they send out a SIM to those 90 people. So we send out 90 SIMs. From that, we had 45 phone calls asking more about the company. And then we said, okay, it's time to make offers. We had 24 offers. My friends that are in the private equity business who do this all the time said, oh, you might get 3 or 4. We had 24 offers. We whittled that down to 9. And then you have to do 9 presentations, 4 to 5 hours apiece. Then we whittled it down to 2. And then we said to those 2, now you need to bid more. And they did. Millions more. All of them. And so it came down to two different companies. And we made a decision to sell it to the person or the group that offered the lower amount of money by millions. And the reason we did was their culture paralleled our culture. And I was so it's not all about the money, even though the money's great. We think we've hit the sweet spot in doing what we did for this company. So where are we going? Well, our first stop is that we want to double where we are right now. So we have 280 employees today. And so in the next 4 years, I have to get the company to double in size. So I've got until March of 21 to double the size of the company. And we're pretty much on our way right now. It's a huge challenge. I can't do it myself. I have, like I said, fantastic people around me. They're dedicated, they're loyal, they understand my weaknesses, and I have them. And they fill in where we need to fill in, but they understand the culture. So that's the story of how we got here, and that started 40 years ago. So thank you.